Om Sri Sai Ram. My humble pranams to the lotus feet of our Swami. With the divine grace of our Swami, I take the privilege to introduce Srimati Renu Shekhar, an orator going to speak about the topic Acharya Devo Bhava and Sai devotees sing Sai Bhajan. I pray Swami to give them health, wealth, peace and prosperity. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. I consider myself the most luckiest today being given the topic Acharya Devo Bhava, because without my Guru, my life would have been full of darkness. As the word Guru means, Gu means ignorance and Ru means removal. So the word Guru itself means removal of ignorance from our life. Very true, isn't it? As Swami rightly sang the bhajan, Manasa bhajare Guru charanam, Dustara bhavasahara taranam. The meaning of the bhajan goes like this: meditate in thy mind on the feet of the Guru. This can take you across the difficult sea of existence in birth after birth. Our beloved Swami has actually given a beautiful message in one of the Guru Purnima day. He said, Hey Manava, the first Guru is your mother. Her example, her advice, her admonitions affects man deepest and longest. The second is the father, who is admired by the child for his strength and knowledge and feared for the punishments he inflicts. Next is the teacher, who leads him and guides him into the maze of material knowledge. But the Guru, the spiritual preceptor alone, can open the inner eye and cleanse the inner instruments of intuition. He induces to question yourself, Deham? Am I this body, or is this body only a vehicle which I am using? And discover the answer, Naham, I am not this body. Then the investigation starts to delve into the reality of I, Koham. Who am I then? And the answer reveals itself in the purified consciousness. Soham, I am He. I am a spark of that glory. I am divine. So beautiful, isn't it? Swami had delivered the speech in the year 1972, July 26th. Swami also gives so much of importance for Guru Purnima. Why is it that we celebrate Guru Purnima? In remembrance of sage Vedavyasa, isn't it? Sage Vedavyasa is considered to be the first human teacher, himself an avatar of Mahavishnu. And as we say, Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo, Maheshwaraha. Guru is Brahma, Guru is Deva, Guru is Vishnu, and Guru is Maheshwaraha. Likewise, the famous sloka goes, Sada Shiva Samarambam, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmat Acharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Salutations to the lineage starting with Lord Sada Shiva, with Adi Shankara in the middle, and continuing up to my immediate teachers. My pranams to them. We have various gurus, right from Sri Guru Raghavendra, Sri Adi Shankara, Sri Shirdi Sai Baba, Sri Satya Sai Baba, Gautama Buddha, Sringeri Acharya, Kanchi Mahaperiyava, and the list goes on. But what is the message? The message only says, stay connected with me and I shall transform my energy to you. How very true. Aren't we experiencing this time and again? Once it so happened that Shirdi Sai Baba was sitting and Radha Mai wanted a mantra to be given to her. Shyama intervened and asked Shirdi Sai Baba to give her a mantra. Shirdi Baba was listening to all this. Shirdi Sai Baba was listening to all this. And finally, he called Radha Mai and he asked her, who do you think a guru is? She immediately said, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devu, Maheshwaraha. Then you know that Guru is everything. And finally, who do you think is your Guru? You are my Guru. So when she told this, Baba immediately said, if you feel I am your Guru, why do you want a mantra? You can just meditate on me. and you can just think of me and you can just take my name. This is far more than enough. We don't have to actually ask for a mantra chanting from a guru, isn't it? I also wanted to actually tell a beautiful story here, which is fact. Actually, it really happened during the time of Lord Adi Shankara. One of his disciple by name Totaka was a dull student actually, and he had gone to wash the clothes of his guru, Lord Adi Shankara. By the time the Lord had, Adi Shankara had actually decided to take the subject of Brahma Sutra. And all the students, including Padmapada Acharya, were waiting for him to take the class. But Adi Shankara was just sitting silent, and the students didn't know why. When they asked him, he said, Totaka has not yet come. And they all just giggled and laughed and said, Totaka has not yet come. He's such a dull student. And what is he going to understand about Brahma Sutra? Immediately, Adi Shankara just sat in silence. And he immediately transformed or illuminated knowledge to Totaka. And this knowledge dawned into him and illuminated him. And Totaka immediately felt so enlightened. And he came running to his guru and he said, thank you for revealing me the treasure of the meaning of great Upanishads. And he started chanting an Ashtakam in his guru, the Totaka Ashtakam. How very wonderful, isn't it? So from this, aren't we able to understand that a service to the guru is a supreme blessing, and devotion to the guru is a great purifier of the heart. So even if even a dull student can actually be enlightened and given knowledge when he surrenders himself completely to his guru. And a beautiful story about Ekalavya. So many of you must be knowing the story of Ekalavya, isn't it? He was actually belonging to a tribal group, and he wasn't belonging to the Brahman group. So Dronacharya had initially refused to accept him as a disciple. But however, Ekalavya was so devoted and so very connected to this guru Drona that he wasn't dejected one bit. He immediately went into the forest. He took heap of mud and he made a small idol of his guru, and he wanted to become an archer, and he started practicing archery, and he practiced it so well that once it so happened that he had shot a few number of arrows on a dog which was actually disturbing him in such a way that the arrows never hurt the dog one bit. When this particular dog went into the arena of Dronacharya, every disciple, including Arjuna, were wonderstruck when they saw the arrows, and Dronacharya immediately understood that this cannot be done by any normal person. This person has to be a really great person who is so well versed in archery. And now, who is this? I have not taught anybody else this wonderful knowledge in archery. And the Guru and Shishyas immediately went in search to find out who this person was. And they immediately saw this person, and Dronacharya went near him and asked him for his name, and he said his name is Ekalavya. And he asked him, who has taught you this? He showed this beautiful statue. And when Dronacharya saw his idol, he was wonderstruck. But however, he could not allow anybody else apart from Arjuna to become a great archer because Arjuna was a Brahman and Ekalavya was a Shudra. So what he did, he was just thinking what to do, and he went and asked Ekalavya, now that you have learned this from me, I want you to give me a Guru Dakshina. Ekalavya was most pleased and he said, you can ask me for anything and I'll give you. He said, I wanted your right thumb. Ekalavya, without hesitation, just cut his right thumb and gave. Though he knew without the thumb he cannot practice archery. However, later on, with other fingers, he practiced archery, and he proved to be a great warrior in his life in future. My dear students, In our student life, our teachers are our gurus. Right from the time we come out of the house, they are the ones who are showing us what life is. Not only subjects like physics, chemistry, maths. They tell you what is good, what is bad, how well to take a decision, what decision not to take, what to do, what not to do, what to practice, what not to practice. It might be difficult for you in the initial stage, but on completion of your education, you find yourself one day positioned as a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or even a Veda teacher. Now, who does this credit go to? This entire credit goes to your guru, isn't it? As the shloka goes, Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti, Puja Moolam Gurur Padam, Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Gurur Kripa. The meaning of this sloka is, consider the Murti or the idol of your guru as an object of meditation, and consider his feet as the object of your worship, and his words the objects of chanting. All this is because of his grace. You know, you're getting everything that you want in your life is because of his grace. And finally, his grace gives you liberation. Guru is said to be worthy of such great respect and unwavering trust of the disciple, since he takes the responsibility for molding the disciple into what he should be. The disciple that follows Guru's words with faith is supposed to be assured of reaching his goals. My pranams again to my Guru Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Here again, I would like to share my personal connection and devotion towards my Guru Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Swami says start the day with a 21 times Om chanting, and I do it very religiously every day, because Swami says the moment you finish your Om chanting, your mind comes to me. I know what is going on in your mind. So believe in me with faith and patience, and I do that. And I surrender everything to him, because Swami says give everything to me and it's my responsibility. I give my hand to Swami to hold it tightly, because as a child, when you hold your hands of your parents, you're likely to let go of the hand. But if you give your hand to your parent, he's going to hold it tightly. Likewise, I give everything to Swami, and he takes care of my entire day. And I also would like to say, you keep talking to Swami, your Guru, whoever is your Guru. It's called conversation with your Guru. Never keep your mind chattering within yourself or with somebody else. When we are deeply in a distress or in a kind of problem, that is when we get to understand the reality or the significance of a Guru. And by following the path that he has given us, we can certainly understand that the road might be really difficult to go, but the road definitely leads you on to success. So this is my personal experience when it comes to my Guru. And without my Guru, I think I would have not been what I am today.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Satya Sai Ishvara.
Jaya Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Satya Sai Ishvara.
Jaya Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Satya Sai Ishvara.
Jai साईश्वरा
गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा
ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा
जय देवा गुरुदेवा जय सत्य साईश्वरा
जय देवा गुरुदेवा जय सत्य साईश्वरा
जय 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 करुणाकरा
जय 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 करुणाकरा
जय 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 अखिलेश्वरा
जय 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 अखिलेश्वरा
जय 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 शिरडीश्वरा
जय 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 शिरडीश्वरा
जय 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 पतीश्वरा
जय 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 पतीश्वरा
जय 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 पतीश्वरा
जय 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 पतीश्वरा
गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेव